ground and not in the air. We were always on the front lines. We lived through Stalin and through the war. During the war, they burned us. And we lived underground, in bunkers. All told, my family lost 17 people. My mom cried and cried. There was an old woman walking through the village. "You're mourning?" she asked my mom. "Don't mourn. A person who gives their lives for others. That person is holy." Other people say it was the scientist's fault. They grabbed God by the beard and now he's laughing. But we're the ones who pay for it. Even if it's poison or radiation, it's still my home. There's no place else they need us. Even a bird loves its nest. I don't know what I should talk about. About death? Or about love? Or are they the same? Which one should I talk about? We were newlyweds. We still walked around holding hands, even if we were just going to the store. I say to him, "I love you." But I didn't know how much. I had no idea. We lived in the dormitory of the firehouse where I worked, on the second floor. There are 3 other young couples there. We all share a kitchen. On the first floor, they keep the trucks. The red fire trucks. So I always knew what was happening. Where he is. How he is. One night, I hear a noise. I look out the window and he sees me. Close the window and go back to sleep. There's a fire at the reactor. I'll be back soon. I didn't see the explosion itself. Only the flames. Everything was radiant. The whole sky a tall flame. And smoke. The heat was awful and he's still not back.
They announced on the radios that you couldn't take your cats. So we put her in a suitcase. But she didn't want to go. She climbed out, scratched everybody. "You can't take your belongings." "Fine. I won't take my belongings. I'll just take one belonging. Just one." I need to take the door from the apartment and take it with me.
The smoke was from the burning bitumen which had covered the roof. He said later it was like walking on tar. They tried to beat down the flames. They kicked at the burning graphite with their feet. They weren't wearing their canvas gear. They had gone out just as they were in their shirt sleeves. No one told them. They had been called in for a fire. That was it.
I need to take our door. I'll cover the entrance with some boards. Our door. It's our symbol. A family relic. My father lay on this door. It's a tradition. It's not like that everywhere. But my mother told me that the deceased must be placed upon the door of his home. He lays there until they bring a coffin.
Hospital number 6, the Shikinskaya stop. won't let me see him. It's a good thing I'm thin. You can't really tell. Right away, she asks, "Do you have kids?" "Yes," I say. "How many?" I'm thinking. I need to tell her too. If it's only one, she won't let me in. "A boy and a girl," I say. "So you don't need to have any more." "All right, listen. You have half an hour."
That was me growing up. There was first grade, second grade, seventh grade. Before the Army, next to that, that's how my son grew. And my daughter. My entire life's written on this door, and they just want us to forget it.
There's nothing heroic here. Nothing for the writer's pen. I have thoughts like, it's not wartime. Why should I have to risk myself? Why me again and not him?
I want to be with him alone. Only for a minute. The guys felt it, and each one of them thought of some excuse, and then they all went out to the hall. And then I hugged and I kissed him, and he moved away. "Don't sit near me, get a chair."
We lived in the forest, in tents, 20 kilometers from the reactor, like partisans. We were between 25 and 40, some of us with university degrees, some of us with vocational technical degrees. I'm a history teacher, for example. Instead of machine guns, they gave us shovels.
Back then, everyone saying, "We're gonna die, we're gonna die. By the year 2000, there won't be any more Belarusians left." I'm putting my little girl to bed. She's 6 years old. And she whispers in my ear, "Daddy, I want to live." I'm still little. And I thought she didn't understand anything.
He started to change. Every day I met a brand new person. The burns started to come to the surface. In his mouth, on his tongue, his cheeks. First there were little lesions, and then they grew. Came off in layers, as white as film, the color of his body, his face, blue, red, gray, brown. The only thing that saved me was that it happened so fast. There was no time to think. There wasn't any time to cry.